What's good, everybody? Timeless Traveler here, and welcome back to my Let's Play. Now, last episode, we put together what I call the Hive. And while it is aesthetically nice to look at, well, being completely honest, as a farm, it is a 100% flop. We are actually, after I finished, recording for the last episode, I actually looked inside and I realized that I was losing more than I was making. So as a farm, this is, okay, that was weird. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a glitch. Froze for a second. But as a farm, it is a complete and utter failure. It was a great idea. Very good idea. Redstone was solid. It's just let's come up here real quick. I actually have it turned off, so I'll show you real quick what happens if we so remember, we have half of these are honey bottles. Yes, honey bottles, and then honeycomb in those two quadrants, right? So they're all full right now. They're all going to produce something. Let's go ahead and see just how much we have in our storage. Okay, I actually put those in there. We won't count those. Okay, we have a little over a stack and a half of honeycomb. So that's what we were going to want to pay attention to, because that's the only thing that gets farmed. Where's the on switch? And we'll do a little click, and then put it all back. Let's see just how much we got. Now, we won't get any bottles of honey. See? Same as before. And we actually are getting, okay. We had, what, 37 in there? So we made 21. The problem is that there are 14 dispensers that, extract honeycomb. Every time you extract honeycomb, you produce 3. So real quick, 3 times 14, we all know to be 52. And, well, getting 21 from here is that's more than 50% loss. So and then let's not even mentioning the honey bottles. So let's talk about the honey bottles real quick. After I finish recording, you see that little blip right there? See that? Every single dispenser that has the honey bottles, it just spits it out right on top. So I would have to come in here, pick them up, and put them into the storage, which is the complete opposite of what we were trying to accomplish with this farm. One gets stuck like right there, I think. We should have... No, we're good. 13. So that's the problem with this farm. What went wrong was this needs to be covered. We need solid blocks on all sides. And while I probably can redesign everything and flip it around and make sure that the dispensers are covered on as many sides as possible, I'm just gonna leave it for now. Like I said last episode, I don't think I need this much honey for anything right now, so I'm not in a rush to produce more. So we're going to move on to something else. And you have to admit, we're going to keep this here because, I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Look at these adorable busy workers. They are great. They love their home. They love having a home full of gold and coal. Everything a bee could hope for in a good life. You got flowers, you got money, and you got fuel. Like, what more could a bee possibly ask for in Minecraft? This guy right here, the Wandering Trader. We're good friends now. I'm initiating a truce between me and the Wandering Trader people. Let me clarify. Okay, so I hate the vanilla Wandering Trader. I hate the vanilla Wandering Trader. 1.17, we kind of need him to get that what is it? We needed to get the green stuff. This stuff. But it's not grass, but it's green. Moss. We need him for moss. We also need him to get the azalea and the drip leaf, I believe. Yes? No. We can get the azalea from bone mealing the moss. So we just need the moss, and we need the drip leaf and the spore blossom, I think. A couple other 1.17 blocks that are only available if the Wandering Trader once 1.18 comes out, of course. That usefulness will end as far as getting the new blocks, because we'll have naturally generated caves that have those blocks that we want. What I love about the Wandering Trader is, I'm gonna tell you in on a little secret. So I came across some lovely add-ons that, well, here, I'm just gonna show you. So I've traded with them a few times already. But just tell me what you see here. This is Bedrock, by the way. This is Bedrock Edition. We have Wandering Trader Head, and we have some special guests with us. We have looks like we have ourselves Good Times with Scar, an amazing builder hermit that we get a lot of inspiration from, those of us that want to learn how to build. And of course, on the topic of building, we also have Corrales. So this add-on gives me hermit heads. Yes, you heard me right. Hermit heads, I believe, season 6, maybe season 7. We don't have the season 8 hermits, so I don't know if it blinked or not. No Pearlescent Moon, no Gemini Tay. I think there's another hermit that joined. No, those are the 2 ones for season 8. Season 7. Don't think anyone was new. We had some returning hermits. But the point is, this guy sells hermit heads. And you may have noticed, we also have his head. So we can still enact some rage on the Wandering Traders after we're done trading with them. And every single mob in the game, horses, cows, pigs, even the bees, they all have a small chance of dropping their heads. So we are going to start collecting heads, everybody. We're going to be head hunting. And the most interesting thing about this is that the heads are registered as a rideable, it's rideable. So you can sit on the heads and use them as chairs. Not sure why, it's just we have that ability. So I think that's kind of cool. Okay, team, we have more hermit heads. We got Zombie Cleo, who is amazing with the armor stands. I haven't seen much of ZF, but we're going to get him as well. And then also, because of Foxy No Tail, we have mini blocks on the Bedrock Edition, which is really good for all those extra details for building. That's going to be very nice. I'm excited to try out some of these little mini blocks. So that is why I now love the Wandering Trader, everybody. And now that we can gather heads and skulls, mob heads, player heads, all that stuff, you know what we have to do, right? We have to build a trophy room of sorts. Nothing too fancy right now. This is still our spawn area, so nothing super extravagant. We'll ignore the massive house when I say nothing too extravagant. Something back there. I wanted to tuck something back there where my sugarcane reserves are. There's just a nice bit of land over there, and I feel that we could do some sort of little build. And with that little build, we will fill them with all of the heads. We'll put the most valuable ones on actual display. The other ones we'll put inside barrels. So as you saw there, when you kill a mob, it has a chance of dropping a skull. So there are over, I think, however many mobs are in the game, we have the ability to harvest their heads. So that's what's going to be the main point of this. I also, if we have time, let's try to get a rabbit head real quick since we're here. I heard a drop, but I don't know if it was his head. May have been some food. And it was nothing. Okay. Let's get back to the other point of this episode. I have an idea. So we're about to get started on the Fields of Gold. I know I was saying that way back, like 10 or so episodes back. I want the Fields of Gold. And by the Fields of Gold, I mean wheat everywhere. Not like spammed all over the place, but strategically put. Like, we won't put them here. We're going to let the nice lush greenness of the grass kind of contrast with the not blackstone. What's it called? Deep slate. The much better version of blackstone. But all around here, everything that I'm flying underneath, roughly maybe this area. I'm not sure, but pretty much this whole chunk. And then we're also going to extend it some points along here. Maybe we'll do this entire coastline and then just end it right here. Now, this is a big project for a couple reasons. One, well, that's a lot of wheat seeds to plant. Two, I also want to do some basic level terraforming, but the way that we're going to terraform it is going to make it look, it's not going to look like a vanilla generation, but it's not going to be like over the top in detail. We're literally just going to raise the ground level up to everything else. And we're going to bring that all the way around to maybe about here. And then we're going to replace once we have that, then we'll actually have some flat walls. And I want those walls to be stone. So it's going to be just a nice solid stone all the way around, kind of looking like cliff edges with grass hanging over the top as a basic template, I think. And then maybe we'll go into detailing later. I don't know. I haven't tested it out. I feel confident enough to just do it. So we're just going to do it and we'll see how that turns out. So right over here, we're going to have to clear this area. Just get rid of this and flatten this down a bit. This is where I want the trophy room to be. Not even really a trophy room, just like, you know, a place to put all of the heads, all of the blocks, all of the skulls and things like that. Nothing too extravagant. Just yeah, I just want a place to, you know, to store all of them. And I think, I can't remember which hermit it was. Might have been Tango or B-Dubs, season 7. But there was a vendetta against the Wandering Traders, and one of them started stacking Wandering Trader heads. And now that I have that ability, I would like to carry on the tradition in honor of them. So, well, I think we could just start it right here. Can we? Oh, that's right. I can't place them on top of each other because they're not actual skulls. They're rideable. So it's okay. You know what? It's all right. It's perfectly okay. We're just going to scatter them here and there. That kind of doesn't look too realistic. We'll put some underwater because we really don't like these guys. There we go. And last one, let's have them guard my entrance to the house. There we go. Okay. And we'll figure out what to do. We'll display the hermit heads nice and respectfully, of course, once we have this building set up. Now, these add-ons are quite the treat. There's a lot of cool new things, and there's definitely more than just the hermit heads, which, you know, we'll explore as time goes on. But there is one more that I can show you that I'm sure you all have missed very, very much. Not a bad looking face, I think. It's a pretty good one. So here's the beautiful part of this. So check this out. We're just gonna take flight real quick, and you gotta picture this. So You know, you're coming into the base after a long day of end busting, right? You fly in. Oh yeah, that's right. There's also the lovely creeper farm. You fly in and you got this beautiful, beautiful mob head. The player head. It's my head. It's great. It's not too bad, I think. It's to scale, I believe. It's well, it's not 1 block is 1 pixel. It's more of a 2x2 of blocks is 1 pixel of my face. So keeping that into account, I think I did it pretty well. Let's see if he's got any extra heads before we go inside. Oh, look at this. We got ourselves the lovely Tango Tech. We've got, I'm guessing that's vintage beef. I've never, yep, vintage beef. And I already have some ZF, so I think we're good on that. We are going to have to start collecting mini blocks, and I don't have my sword. Let me go get my sword real quick. I'm gonna come back to collect your skull. Okay, let's start off with the llama. Perfect. We got the llama head. Now I already have a llama head, but I don't have a goat head yet. I just got the goat head. That doesn't look like a goat. Tell me that looks like a guardian. What happens if we it looks like a clone trooper when it's zoomed in, zoomed out, it looks like a guardian. Huh? Oh, yeah. It was at the back of the head? Why would it show me the back of the head? That just looks even worse. Yeah. Anyway, we got another villager head, which is good. Here we are. So I know what you're thinking. The entrance is goats. I know what you're thinking. The entrance, not that great. Well, listen, I honestly did not even think of how I was going to get in and out of this head. I really did not plan that. In my creative copy or in my testing world, I actually had an opening right here through the neck, and I would like fly in and out, do bubble bait or something. But then I decided, you know, on this world, it's resting on the edge of the mountain. Maybe back entrance would be better. We'll put some stairs right here. I don't want to go too crazy with this. I could probably spend like a week or whatever just really planning out, you know, but it's too much. All this is going to be is just a box to contain all of our heads. And I think B-dubs, would you do us the honors of being the first head being placed up here? Let's I think he would prefer to be posted right here, and he could watch us. Every time we come in, he can look at us in disappointment at my my lower building skills. Same with where's Scar? Scar, he's another master builder. We can't stack them on top of each other, can we? Otherwise, I will try to put Corrales. Okay, and I guess we can put a scout right here. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. We'll display some back here as well. So we have to come up with a name for this piece. And so I was doing a little bit of thinking, and we are displaying heads up on the wall. So the only thing that can come to my mind that makes perfect sense is the heads up display. So the heads up display it is. I want to put some armor stands in here. That's another thing. So we actually have armor stands that run close to how Java has theirs. We also need to put this annoying wandering trader. We'll put him back here. We actually have the creamy llama head. I don't want these heads described that way. I don't describe them like this. I don't want to think of a llama's head or any mob's head as creamy. That's a weird way to describe this. But I actually have an add-on that gives us the same tweaks to armor stands that you can do on Java. For anyone that follows the Hermits, armor stands. For anyone that's seen Zombie Cleo do her amazing artwork with the armor stands, knows that I've got the same exact add-on pack now, so I'll be able to do some cool things with the armor stands. Now, of course, it won't be anywhere near as good as Zombie Cleo. She's a legend when it comes with the armor stands, but I'm gonna do a little bit of experimenting here and there, and you're gonna see some non-vanilla armor stand formations and poses, I think. And now it is an entity, So I got to be careful. I won't do too much in this immediate area because we already have so many entities over there. We have all of the bees right here. So it's going to be somewhere off in the distance, I think, when we really spam a place with armor stands. But this is the heads up display. This is it. This is now anytime we collect some skulls, we'll just throw them in there. Now, we still have some other matters to attend to, everyone. Take a flight with me. So this is going to be our next project. We have to raise this dirt up. I have to get all of my dirt, all of my grass. We're going to raise this up. And so picture this. Okay, so we have a cliff wall, right? We're going to have this wall. The entire perimeter all the way around is going to be this wall, right? And then this bit right underneath the grass layer is going to be our stone. So we're going to have a stone wall, stone cliff face going all the way around, just like so, just to kind of add a little bit more non-vanilla-y look to this place. I want to make it look a little bit more developed, and I figured that's one way to do it. So we're going to take out this whole lake, not take out the whole lake. We're going to modify the whole lake, and we're going to add in our long anticipated wheat fields. So one more time lapse. Here we go. Well, team, since that last clip, it has been about 12 days from working to having a little bit of time here and there at the end of my workday to get all of that done. We did the time lapses, recorded everything. Where are we? Here we are, 12 days later. And oh man, I am so glad it's done. I'm also a little sad just because so much time has gone into this. It's so big, actually, that it won't even render until you get close up to it. But there's a few things that we're going to go over now. So we have this lovely, lovely wheat field. And as you saw from the up above camera view, we had ourselves a nice outline. I think it's good to give ourselves a little bit of a grassy edge. And here's what I was thinking. So we have the stone wall and then that nice layer of grass on top. It looks cleaner, but because of that, it also looks a little bland. And you may have noticed, I didn't mean to do this. Maybe I just kind of like, as I was trimming it up, I just kind of polished the outline. But you may have noticed that it looks like a fish. Do you see that? There's the head, there's the dorsal fin, there's the pectoral fin. I think I might have my fins wrong. That's the back fin, that's the tail fin. Those are the belly fins. There's the mouth right there. It looks like a fish. Tell me that doesn't look like a fish. Go rewind yourselves in the time lapse and tell me that doesn't look like a fish. So we got, I mean, because it looks like a fish, naturally we have to come up with a name for this fish. I'm thinking Jim the Fish Lake. I think that's an acceptable name for a lake. A lot of lakes are named Jim the Fish Lake. It's very common. So, well, this will be Jim the Fish Lake, and I don't know what we're gonna do about this. This may just be some sort of like, I don't know. This will be our pool that we can't get in and out of. Just look at this wheat field. I told you near like episode 1, episode 2, months ago, way back during 1.16, back when we couldn't even conceive caves and cliffs, peakier peaks, cavier cliffs, or cavier caves, all that stuff. I was telling you about how much I love these fields of gold. And we finally got, I did the math, and it took, so first off, my first field of wheat that was like right where the animal farm is, I think. I managed to procure about 2 double chests of wheat seeds. That still wasn't enough to fill this wheat field. You saw me, I had to like use the water, break down the wheat field, and replant over in a few other locations. totaling almost about 5 shulker boxes of seeds, which is going to be about 8,600 spaces of farmable land, everybody. That is a lot of wheat. Now, we don't actually need this. Now, sure, we could use it for our horses and stuff, but this is really just that aesthetic that I was talking about. I wanted to try having a field of gold. And while you can't see it from too far away, once you get up close, I think we did a fairly good job. Throughout all of this, throughout, terraforming, I guess we could, it's mainly land filling, creating an outline. I ended up making like another shape by accident. A bit of a wolf. If you see here, we have ourselves the ears. The ears are right here, and then that's pretty much the body. It's a bit of a chonker. This is definitely a chonker wolf, as we can see. So you got the ears, the pointed ears, and it's a bit of a ball. Admittedly, it's really not a good wolf drawing. It's more of a bad wolf drawing, a bad wolf outline, connected to the bay. So I guess we can call this Bad Wolf Bay. And then we're going to have to come up with something for the river at some point. And then we have, of course, Jim the Fish Lake. So it's all coming together. We got a lot of good stuff happening on this world. I am very, very happy. That was exhausting. It may not have been a long period of time for you watching this, but believe me, you've been waiting quite some time for this. It's been about 3 weeks since I last did a video. I have been recording, I have been time-lapsing, editing, and coming up with clever, completely unrelated names for my new land generations like Bad Wolf Bay and Jim the Fish Lake. Oh, and I completely forgot. Oh, how could I forget when I have my lovely, lovely face right here? And well, I think I actually have a few more heads to put in there. I say, this is a very, very fine mustache. I got you, everyone, didn't I? You thought I was mumbo jumbo for a second. No. So another beautiful thing about these skulls is that I can craft them into helmets. So from time to time, I may occasionally be one of the hermits. But I have a couple more skulls to add to our collection. Let me get up here real quick. Ah, look at this. We got Scar, B-Dubs, Iskal, Corrales all greeting us. Now we're about to have ourselves Mumbo Jumbo, the finest mustache in the land, Doc M77, and Hypnotized. Perfect. Now we're going to gather some other mob heads. So I actually did come across Grian and Jevin earlier, but I did not have the emeralds, unfortunately. But, no worries. No worries. It's okay. We're just going to leave our extras in here. Put the helmets in here. Might even have some armor stands and put the helmets on there. That might be a really, really cool idea. So that is just some way to further decorate our heads up display. But that is going to be all the time we have for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for your patience in waiting for our episodes to release, and thank you all, of course, for watching this episode. I am Timeless Traveler, and this was my Let's Play. Let me know what you think of the wheat fields. Believe me, it took a lot of planning and development, from earlier episodes, harvesting wheat, gathering seeds, to just holding on to them and not throwing them away, because why would I ever use a bunch of seeds? Well, finally had a use for them, finally created a massive wheat field. Let me know what you think about Bad Wolf Bay and Jim the Fish, and of course the heads up display with our amazing Hermitcraft heads displayed up on the walls. So until then, you all take care, have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next episode.